Will the weather freeze your plans this weekend? OU gets one step closer to finding a new president. And through the highs and lows, stocks are looking up. This is OU Nightly.
Welcome to OU Nightly. I'm Katelyn Howard.
And I'm Cheyenne Plummer. It's shorts today, but coats tomorrow. Oklahoma will experience at least a 40-degree drop in temperatures in the next 24 hours. Leah Hill joins us with our first look at our forecast. Leah?
Thanks, guys. We currently have a winter weather advisory in effect. This was just issued. This includes areas of the Oklahoma City, Norman, and metro area, all the way up through Tulsa and Miami. And this is because of this cold front that is currently moving through our state. This blue line right here on the radar, that is the cold front where it is located. It is going to continue moving through this evening, bringing with it a chance for freezing drizzle, which will make driving in any of these areas where the winter weather advisory is in effect very dangerous. Now, we're already seeing quite the drastic temperature drop in Woodward. They are 30 degrees colder than what they were yesterday, a little bit more warmer out towards the east, but temperatures right now very cold because of this cold front that's moving through. We're seeing temperatures 33 in Woodward and 66 degrees in Norman. Like I said before, winter weather advisory is in effect. It is going to make driving conditions dangerous tonight due to this freezing drizzle that's going to be coming around 12 p.m. Now, coming up, I'll talk more about the cold front moving in, polar plunge, and the chance for winter weather this weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Leah. The weather roller coaster isn't doing us any favors when it comes to people getting sick. In fact, the CDC says the number of flu cases nationwide is on the rise. New numbers out this week show around 60 out of every 100,000 people with the flu are so sick they've ended up hospitalized. The report also says 10 more children have died nationwide due to the flu, bringing the total number of pediatric deaths to 63. Flu cases are nearing a record in Oklahoma as well, with 129 deaths so far this season. Doctors say anyone who has not had a flu shot yet this year needs to get one.
In the search for a new university president to fill David Boren's shoes, we now know the name of one of the nominees. Daniel Poulin, Dean of OU's Michael F. Price College of Business, confirmed with OU Nightly through email that he has applied for the position. The nomination follows OU faculty members releasing an open letter and petition addressed to the Board of Regents, requesting a more transparent presidential search process and asking the OU community have access to the candidates. The letter will be sent to the Regents by February 16th. And now Brooke Murski joins us in the News Center with the latest on the state of the stock market.
Thanks, Katelyn. Stock traders continue to monitor levels as they slowly begin to rise. After yesterday's dramatic stock plunge, things are looking up as Dow Jones, S&P, and NASDAQ all increase. Dow has bounced back 330 points, just escaping any decreases, which would result in the index's worst week since 2008. Rachel Brand, the number 3 person at the Justice Department, is stepping down. That story is just coming into the newsroom late this afternoon. Earlier at the White House, President Trump praised Secretary Rob Porter despite his domestic abuse allegations.
But we certainly wish him well. It's a obviously tough time for him. He did a very good job when he was in the White House, and we hope he has a wonderful career.
Porter resigned on Wednesday, and Trump did not express any sympathy for Porter's alleged victims. The White House has been aware of the allegations for several months. And across the world in Pyongyang, South Korea, the Winter Olympics opening ceremony gets underway, and countries normally opposing each other found themselves a little more friendly. Just one example, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence and the sister of South Korea's President Kim Jong-un sat this close to each other in boxed seats. Also during the ceremony, North and South Korean adversaries shook hands with each other. Look for more on the Olympic Games later in sports. And speaking of Olympics, Norwegian chefs accidentally ordered 15,000 eggs instead of 1,500 due to a translation error. But thankfully, the store took back the extras.
Thank you, Brooke. And still ahead on OU Nightly, most OU students dread parking on campus, but that might change. Find out why it just got easier for some.
Plus, what OU is doing to prevent a possibly deadly situation in the oil industry.
An unusual outcome to an Oklahoma criminal case. An Oklahoma woman convicted of counterfeiting receives a reduced sentence after agreeing to be sterilized. 34-year-old Summer Creel has 7 children, and she's a habitual drug abuser. As a result of having the procedure, she'll serve a year in federal prison, and following that, be on supervised release for 3 years.
Following up on our story we brought you Monday, we now know why OU Parking Services opened up priority spots to housing students. This semester, the number of spots located around the residence halls shadowed the number of permits available. This allowed them to open up approximately 46 spaces back to housing students. Parking Services evaluates this ratio each semester, opening up spots to as many housing students as possible.
And thought it was really fair to housing students who have struggled this year with losing some parking, that we really need to give those back to housing. And so what we did is we converted 46 spaces back to housing. And that's
If you are a housing student still receiving tickets and priority housing spots, don't fret. OU Parking is issuing warnings this week, with actual citations being issued next week.
For over 30 years, the Blowout Prevention School at the University of Oklahoma has offered quality oil well control instruction. OU Nightly's Mandy Lee has more on the special class.
Blowouts in the oil industry are very dangerous and can result in injury or death, along with the shutdown of production. With so many oil rigs in the state of Oklahoma, having a place to go to learn about blowout prevention is very important.
So that alarm is telling me that I've taken a gas influx.
Here at the University of Oklahoma's extended campus, people employed in the oil industry can come and learn firsthand about blowout prevention. The university partners with Global Well Control to ensure a qualified instructor.
Bounce around on you a little bit. Every time you there's a number of things that we teach the students in the class. It's how to use the pump, how to use the choke to control the well, bring the gas influx to the surface in a safe manner, and then teach them how to kill the well. We teach a lot of mathematical concepts, a lot of math formulas to do this, and some of them can be pretty complex in detail. So it's a very challenging class.
Throughout the 3-day course, students learn through PowerPoint, lectures, worksheets, and simulation.
We use this simulator to reinforce the skills that we've taught during the week, during the class, so that students can come and apply those skills in an actual learning environment.
Students who attend this class have typically been in the oil industry for several years. They must pass the class in order to continue working on an oil rig. It is important that each member of a rig team is well prepared and informed when it comes to any well control situation. This class makes sure that's possible. Mandy Lee, OU Nightly.
Definitely important, especially in the state of Oklahoma where oil rigs are so common. Still ahead on OU Nightly?
Hope you're hungry. What a local pizza place is doing in honor of one of America's favorite Italian treats.
And we have more chances for winter weather tonight. I'll give you the details on when we will see that coming up next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. It is still very sunny out here in Norman, but those clouds are starting to increase as that front is pushing through. We are sitting currently at 65 degrees, so it is still very nice outside. But this front that I've been talking about, it is just 4 miles away, and it is going to drastically cool these temperatures as we go throughout the evening, and also bring with it the chance for a freezing rain and drizzle, making driving conditions very dangerous if you are going to be out and about tonight. So here's the timeline for that. The temperatures are going to be dropping rather quickly this evening. Midnight is where we're looking at the chances for those freezing drizzle to be greatest, but it is possible because this front is moving through so quickly, we might see that earlier. So here's the radar forecast. We have that front that's going to be moving through, bringing with it all this very cold polar air, and it is just going to be dropping temperatures tomorrow quite dramatically here in Oklahoma. So this evening, the lows, we're going to see 27 here in Norman, out towards the Panhandle, it is going to be a lot colder. But take a look down at Idabel. It is still going to be warmer. The front will not have reached it at that point yet. But then the afternoon temperatures tomorrow, they are not going to be any warmer than the lows. We are only going to reach 26 degrees tomorrow. So those temperatures, they're just going to be dropping as we go out throughout the entire day, making it very cold. And we will see those chances for the freezing drizzle early in the morning. That is going to taper off around noon. So between 12 p.m. tonight and noon tomorrow, avoid roads if possible, because even a 100th of an inch of rain, of freezing rain, can make driving conditions very dangerous. But as we go throughout the evening, those chances for the freezing drizzle will taper off, but we are still going to be staying very cold, so that freezing rain will remain on the roads tomorrow. Now, here we're looking for our next few days. So the freezing rain with that cold front tomorrow. Sunday, we're still going to see those colder temperatures with cloudy skies, low temperatures in the evening, very chilly, very gusty winds as well. As we get towards next week, we'll be warming up a little bit. Valentine's Day is looking to be very nice. We have 67 degrees for our high. It is going to be a little bit gusty, so your hair might blow around a little bit. And then we're going to be seeing warmer temperatures all next week. But the big story is going to be what's happening this weekend with that chance for the freezing drizzle tonight.
So it's going to be super, super cold this weekend.
Very cold.
So super big jacket, big
Yeah,
scarf,
wear a jacket,
everything.
drink hot chocolate, stay inside, don't go
Watch a
driving
lot
out
of
on the roads.
Netflix, everything.
Thank you, Leah. It's national, it might sound cheesy, but today is National Pizza Day. We searched high and low at pizza spots around Norman to find you guys the best deal. And the winner is the pizza shop on East Constitution Street. For today only, you can get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99. Be sure to call your favorite pizza place to see if they have any special deals.
Well, it looks like I know what I'm doing after the broadcast, going to Pizza Shop.
See, I'm more of a hideaway pizza kind of gal. It's just so good.
I mean, I like it, but I can't pass up that deal today.
Oh, I mean, you're right. That's it for news this Friday night, but don't leave just yet. Big Friday Sports is on deck.
Our sports team gives you an extended look at what's happening in sports. Collin is here with more.
Thanks, guys. Today on Big Friday Sports, we have a whole lot of Sooner sports action to talk about. Several Sooner squads are up to something over the weekend, including OU basketball. We'll tell you what they're up to next. Big Friday Sports is on the way. Welcome into Big Friday Sports. I'm Collin Kennedy. He's Kenneth Adair, and I'm pretty sure we're here to talk about sports, right?
I mean, I think so. No one's, said we're not supposed to, so hey, let's get started.
Well, in that case, let's start with some basketball, shall we?
Yes,
After
sir.
a tough loss to the Mountaineers this past Monday, the men's basketball team takes a trip north to take on a sneaky Cyclones team, Kenny.
Yes, they do. That's right, Collin. The Sooners have struggled as of late on the road, but are looking to change that this coming Saturday. But in order to do that, they need guys to step up. Guys like Brady Manick and Christian James. Although this is not the same team from Iowa State a year ago, make no mistake, they do have that ability still to take down teams, top teams. Just ask West Virginia.
Yep.
So Oklahoma better come prepared this Saturday.
I'll tell you what, Hilton Magic is for real.
Yes, it is.
On the other end, women's basketball is nearing the final stretch, and for the Sooner women, they're heating up as of late thanks to their freshman guards. Big Friday Sports' Matt Marks has more.
Freshmen Anna Llanusa and Shayna Pellington are leaving their mark on this season with some dominating play. Llanusa has been lighting it up from downtown in the last 5 games. Her most dominating performance came last Saturday at home versus number 21 ranked West Virginia, when she splashed in a career-high 6 three-pointers and tied her season high of 27 points. After the game, Llanusa reflected on her season and the interaction with her fans.
It's really cool. It's like you inspire them, so just being able to talk to them and just uplift them and them look up to you is really cool.
Shayna Pellington, meanwhile, is the 3rd highest scorer on the team, averaging 12.8 points a game, and has scored in double digits 3 times in the last 5 games. Pellington, Llanusa, and the Sooners are gearing up for another matchup against the Kansas Jayhawks tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The last time these two teams met, it was over early as the Sooners rolled to a 97-64 victory, with the freshman duo combining for 35 points. The team sits at a 7-6 record in conference play, which puts them in 5th place in the Big 12. And with 5 games to go, the Sooners are looking for another big performance from their freshman duo. Matt Marks, Big Friday Sports.
Good stuff, Matt. Thank you. Meanwhile, men's gym will take on number 10 Iowa at 7 p.m. tomorrow. The guys welcome the Hawkeyes to McCaslin Fieldhouse in their second of 4 straight home meets. The Sooners are fresh off a pair of wins against top 5 opponents, while the Hawkeyes had their best meet of the year just last weekend. Saturday's meet is also alumni night. About 50 former gymnasts will come to honor Rick Sweezy, a 1991 national championship team member who passed away last June.
And after 2 weeks on the road, OU women's gymnastics is back home and taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. Past 2 weekends have been against top-ranked teams in UCLA and Florida. Shout out to your Gators, Collin. But nonetheless, the Sooners will need to be ready for another tough meet.
Absolutely. And Sooner softball is officially back, starting the quest for a three-peat. The squad starts its season with 5 games in the Grand Canyon Kickoff Tournament in Phoenix. The ladies threw out the first pitch of the season earlier against Weber State, and currently the Sooners are up 2-0 in the first inning. This team's got every chance to repeat, Kenny.
I mean, they're so good. And after only losing 1 senior, bringing back the best pitcher in the country, Paige Parker, with Shea Knight and Sidney Romero, you just have to vote for them.
Yep, I think they'll be winning another national title here in a little bit.
I would not disagree with you. Still to come on Big Friday Sports, the Thunder have a tough go-around with the Lakers, and the Winter Olympics are back, so get ready for some cold-hearted pride.
USA! 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 USA!
Welcome back to the show.
Wait, it's the show? I thought it was Big Friday Sports.
Wait, you're right. Okay.
Checkmate.
OKC Thunder took on the LA Lakers last night, but didn't get the outcome they may have wanted due to the fact that, no surprise, Westbrook and Carmelo were out this time. Yes. Paul George had another big night, surprisingly not. 29 points, but the Lakers were just too much to handle. Let's move to the third. Beautiful pass by Brooke Lopez to Hart for the easy two-hander. Also in the third, Kyle Kuzma gets the pass, and here we go. Knocks down the 3. Bang! The Lakers take it 106-81.
Well, it's unknown which free agents, or the MLB free agent market has been about as cold and dry as the Oklahoma weather outside, and while the Players Association can't really fix our weather, it is potentially coming up with a solution to the stagnant market. The MLBPA will host a spring training camp for unsigned free agents starting next week. Players will be able to train at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, and prepare for the season, and we know that they're going to have to. It is unknown which free agents will attend this camp, but one thing is for sure, there's plenty of talent left. Some of the top names are still available. Pitcher Yu Darvish, outfielder J.D. Martinez, first baseman Eric Hosmer, and pitcher Jake Arrieta can still be signed. But until a team makes an offer, however, I think all they have to do is sit and wait and sit on their couch for a little bit.
We'll talk about a guy who doesn't have to wait or worry about free agency. That is Jimmy Garoppolo, who just signed a 5-year, $137.5 million contract with the 49ers. Talk about getting paid. After sitting 3 years behind Tom Brady, then being traded to the 49ers and playing just 5 games, the team decided it was the right thing to do to put their faith into a guy who has only played 7 games in his career. But get this, he's 7-0. So
he's undefeated.
So you got to put your money where your mouth is now, right? I mean, even if you're 1-0, it's the right thing to do.
I don't see a loss in the loss column, so give him the money.
No, let him go for it, right?
I think so.
Well, as mentioned earlier in the show, the Olympics are back. Had its opening ceremony this morning, and it's expected to be yet another thriller. Hard to expect that, or hard not to expect that when you have a legend like, Shaun White returning to the snow. But Collin, I know you're pretty upset about one thing.
Yeah, man, NHL players can't play in the Olympics this year, which means one of two things. Either Canada's going to just take this thing easily, or we could have another miracle on ice situation on our hands. I'm pretty excited, but regardless, events are already starting up. As far as men's and women's hockey, the women's start on the 10th, and the men's start on the 14th. Everyone's excited for it. Kenny, but what are you most excited for?
It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, I talked about earlier the snowboarding. I love Shaun White. Love what they can do in the air. But the one thing that I think you're going to be shocked about, I love figure skating.
Yikes.
It's just so amazing to watch. When you get the right music and the right motion, it's equal to perfection.
So what I'm hearing is tune in to Big Friday Sports next week because we will have footage of Kenneth Adair trying to figure skate. I'm pretty excited
Without a skirt or anything, but yes, more than likely.
A tutu, for sure.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for watching Big Friday Sports. Once again, I'm Collin Kennedy.
And I'm Kenneth Adair. We're going to go and get our own snacks.
Snacks!
But stick around and watch some pretty sweet basketball highlights. Then come back next week for some more big sports shindigs.
Let's get out of here.